I said, hey, go ahead and ask me anything. Without further ado, let's get started. Okay, first question is from Mosey, 1927. Mosey asks, how did you get into motorcycles? I didn't have motorcycles as a kid, as a teenager, in my 20s, or even in my 30s. I didn't get into motorcycling until my 40s. My dad got a 1971 Honda Trail 90, the bike that you know and love on this channel. So as a kid, I remember this bike being around. I thought it was the coolest little bike that ever lived. And then it just, that's it. That's the only bike he ever had. We got it out a couple of times. We get it running. Like, here's a picture from 2002 of my wife and I on it during our wedding weekend. We had it out, we had it running, riding around. And then it went right back in the barn and just sat for almost 20 years. It was 2019, and I said, Dad, are you gonna ride? So keep in mind, at this point I had 0 motorcycles, but I knew that there was a Honda Trail 90 that didn't run in my dad's barn. I said, do you mind if I get it running? And that started like this snowball. And that's really where I'm at right now. It's how I got into motorcycles, was really this little snowball. Because I got that Honda Trail 90, I picked it up and brought it home and tore it down and got it running that first year. And I realized a couple things, like, well, if I want to ride this Trail 90 around on the roads around my house, I need to be licensed to do that. I need to get my endorsement I'd never had before. And I also needed to put a license plate on the bike. Like, it hadn't been registered in 20 years. And in order to get a license plate, you have to have insurance. And in order to insure something, you need to own it. And so what started out as me just getting his bike going for him became ownership, because I needed the title in order to insure it so that I could register it, that I could get licensed and ride it. And so that became my motorcycle. And I enjoyed very much restoring it that first year, just to the point where it was running again. And then you've seen since that I tore the whole thing down, had it powder coated, and now it's probably better than Honda ever made it. That's the story. That's how I got here. I hope that explains the obsession. It's turned into a complete obsession, and there's nothing that can be done to stop me. All right. Next question is from one of my favorite channels, The Restless Viking. It says, what is the most challenging repair you've ever done, and what did that teach you? That sounds like Poppins. Either about yourself or about the art of motorcycle repair. That's Poppins, I swear. I did the valve check on my first Kawasaki 300. Yeah, you've got to take all this bodywork off. You've got to pull the gas tank off. You've got to pull the valve cover off. There's a timing chain that's got a spring-loaded tensioner in it. And then you've got to be able to set the engine for top dead center for each cylinder, and then feeler gauge all the valves. It is a complicated job. So learn, teach, repeat. Thanks for the question. Okay, so Katie asks, what's the furthest you've ridden in one day? What's the worst weather you've had? And how many new friends have you made? It was one morning, which was day 3 of a tour. I woke up in Stillwater, Minnesota, just outside St. Paul. And we went north on I-35 up to Duluth, and then north all the way up to Grand Portage, which is the border with Canada. And then we came back down the north shore of Lake Superior, almost to Duluth. We had like a B&B like around the Two Harbors area. And that turned out to be 450 miles. It went into darkness. It was a super long day of riding. Everyone was pretty shot after that. And that is kind of my top one. The worst weather, probably the real worst, was up in Canada when I did the big loop up there after riding that ferry, the Chi-Chi-Mon. There's some rain, hopefully short-lived. Water has gotten in. I'm starting to get cold. Okay, I'm getting a pool lesson from the hotelier while I wait for dinner. That was insane. Actually having true hypothermia on a ride in August. Hypothermia in summer. That is the Great Lakes for you. Okay, that's the worst weather. How many new friends? Holy smokes, this whole thing. I didn't know that going to the MSF and getting my endorsement, I was gonna meet a great friend, but Steven is a great friend of mine. Later on, I would meet Paula, Ed, and VJoy. JP, that one time I was in Charlotte, North Carolina, coming home from a work trip, and I noticed this, BMW GS, with all these stickers and all this stuff. Joel and Don, I met those that same day that horrifying storm caught me out. My two favorite Canadians, definitely. Joe, with Joe Go, down in Ohio, great guy. You know, we met through some video exchanges and then we met in person because I took his practice class. And just great people you meet. Same with Jerry Palladino with Ride Like a Pro. Heard about him through YouTube and through some other channels and decided I wanted to go meet him and ride in his class. And that's another great memory of mine. Ronnie and Johnny, just two Harley guys that are brothers out of Mississippi and Florida. We connected at a gas station and we decided to ride, 50, 60 miles together and got some pictures together. And now Ronnie and Johnny are friends of mine. So Jeremy asks, how fast is Midnight? Oh, Midnight. She does 0 to 60 in about 4.9. 0 to 90 is 9.7 with a top speed of about 115. I'm happy with it. I don't really think I need anything any quicker than this. Midnight's quick, that's for sure. James May asks, what's your obsession with lunch? Take a quick lunch break first. I'm starving. I can't work on an empty stomach, so of course I'm gonna get lunch. M22 is right here. So let's find lunch. Is it lunchtime yet? Oh yeah, hungry. Starving, get me out of here. Go up a Skyway. She said there's a place to eat and I'm starving. Hungry time. Now serving lunch, Snowbird Mountain Lodge. Snowbird Mountain Lodge, now serving lunch. What a place. They said they just started a lunch service up here and I just happened to run into it. M119 follows Lake Michigan, goes up to Cross Village where we're gonna have lunch. And there's a place called Legs Inn up there we're gonna hit. It's a great hot spot. Next thing is really to worry about is lunch. Let's go find some lunch. We've lunched like professionals and we're gonna see if we can get lunch on Drummond Island. We're looking for lunch. I was told that lunch is better on an island. Yeah. And I'm gonna find out. Let's go get some coffee and maybe even a snack. I got a little hungry here. McDonald's? Sounds Irish. I don't think we have one near us. We've been invited by some friends for lunch, of course, for lunch. It's the Heartstopper. I'm gonna ruin it. How do you even eat it? Well, I don't eat breakfast. So by late morning, I'm moving into my angry stage. One question left. You're gonna love this. Tom asks, can you eat Taco Bell and ride on Scenic Drive in Michigan? What? There's only one way to find out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, thanks for watching.